tell me how that evolved?
We just met online. I was actually going to be in the area anyways, and you know.
Okay. Who was that person?
John, I can't remember his last name.
I'm sorry?
John, I can't remember his last name.
John? Okay. And was he, how old was he?
I,
You know?
18, I think. I really don't know.
18. Okay. How'd you meet him?
Online.
Do you chat online?
Yeah.
Quite frequently? Yeah. Do you know where you met him online?
Gay.com.
And so he invited you here
Yeah.
today? I have some chat logs where you all talked back and forth, and I think that person told you they were 13 in the chat log.
I wouldn't meet somebody 13 years old.
No?
Mm-mm.
So
that's too, that's too young.
Yeah. Well, what were you going to do?
Just,
once
I
you
brought
got
some
here?
movies and that was about it, really.
Yeah, what kind of movies?
Just some, like, Army flicks and,
Yeah. And how old are you?
I'm 42.
42. Okay. Now, where do you live?
Indianapolis.
Indianapolis.
Mhm.
So you came from Indianapolis
Right, well, I was
here?
going to go see my parents, so I was living in Dayton.
Your parents live in
Right.
Dayton. Where do they
Right.
live in Dayton?
Off of Mad River Road.
Mad River
Mhm.
Road?
Like, by the Dayton Mall area.
Uh-huh. And do you chat from home or do you chat from somewhere else?
Home.
From home? Do you have a computer?
Mm-hmm.
What kind of computer do you have?
Just a lap, or a desktop.
PC?
Mm-hmm.
Do you have a webcam?
No.
So you don't use that
No.
to chat?
No.
Okay. You want to tell me a little bit about how you chatted with, was it John, you said?
Yeah. Nothing. We just met and, it just went from there.
Okay. Did you have something in common?
Just seemed like a nice guy, and,
What were some of the things you guys talked about?
all kinds of different things, really.
Tell me about that.
I mean, God, we just talked, about watching TV, what kind of stuff, sports and stuff like that, and, that's pretty much about it.
Did you guys
Went
talk
from
about
there.
anything else besides watching
No.
TV or anything like that?
I mean, not really. Not that I can recall.
What about John's family or anything like that? Did you discuss?
No. I think he said that he lived with his parents and his mom was going to be away, and said come over. I said, well,
Mhm.
I'd like to meet you.
So how did you find the location?
He gave me an address.
Gave you an address, and then did you do a map, or did you know how to
MapQuest.
get
No,
here
I didn't know
already?
either.
MapQuest,
Right.
pretty handy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you chat online quite often?
Off and on,
Yeah.
What's often?
Do you tend to talk to a lot of people?
Not really. I mean, if I find somebody interesting, I'll talk to them, and
What kind of things do you chat about?
just whatever, really.
No, I really don't.
I mean, God, I don't know. I mean, just talk and go from there.
Why do you use the chat? Is it a chat room that you go to?
Yeah, I guess so.
To meet people?
Yeah.
I'm not a chatter, so I don't really understand it. Can you help me understand why you use that medium?
Just to meet people, I mean, really.
Okay. Is there a particular type of person you're looking for?
Not really. Just, I mean, just not really,
Mm-hmm. Okay. I've read a little bit of the chat that you had, and there were some underlying issues of maybe homosexuality And was that maybe the reason for your contact with John?
Could be, but if he's,
And
if,
don't
the
take
age,
my...
if that's what you said, that's, that would never happen. Because I think if I remember right, God, when I met him, I can't remember the name. The name on it, because it said like a date 74 or something like that.
Okay. So he was homosexual? Is that...
I don't know.
You don't know. How did it...
I don't, unless you meet somebody, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't, do any of that. I'd like to meet somebody and go from there.
Mm-hmm. So, but you were interested in him because he was a boy or a man?
Personality and so forth.
Personality.
Friends.
Okay.
Is it Tim?
Yeah, that's
Okay.
fine.
I had a little chance to read the chats too, okay? And, I think looking at the chats, I think there was something a little more was going to happen out here, okay? And, we've looked at it, we've read them, okay? There's a difference between someone who comes up here and I'm not saying a mistake or anything. And there's a difference between somebody who actually goes out and looks for kids. Okay. You don't take me as a guy right now. You don't take me as a guy that goes out 6 little kids.
No.
Okay. You're not that
at
guy.
all.
You're
No.
not that guy.
No.
But I think what happened is you met. What's his name again? I'm sorry. Online.
You said it earlier.
The guy
John?
you met, was it John?
I don't know who it is now. I don't know anything anymore.
Okay. Well, the guy you were chatting online with gave you the address up here in
Yes.
Highlights. Okay. I think you guys both were thinking about something a little bit more. Okay. Would that be the truth?
Until I don't know. Talking to somebody online and meeting somebody is,
Well,
is totally different things.
But
I'm always looking for friends. And,
if we can come out and talk about the truth here, okay? Because you came up here, the way you were talking, I think there was a little bit more. I can understand that, other than, if I give this to somebody else, I can just easily hand this to them and say, okay, this guy was out to find a 13-year-old or a 14-year-old, whatever. They're going to think a lot worse. But if we talk about what happened here, just the 3 of us, maybe we can figure this out, and maybe there's something a little different. And maybe you're not that guy that's out there looking for little kids or that.
I'm not looking for.
And you're
little
not,
kids.
and you're,
No.
but you were looking for a little bit more when you came up here.
I don't know until you meet somebody. I don't know.
So your intentions were to come here
And my intentions were to come here and get to know somebody and see how it goes. But if
Would
13 years old, is that what you're saying?
13, 14,
That would not have interested me at all.
would that have been a possibility?
No.
If you felt a connection?
No. Not at 13 years old. I could have sworn the guy said he was 18 years old. And he was still in school.
in college?
I don't know. We didn't even get that. I didn't think he asked. Or I asked.
I think everybody was being upfront, okay? We don't pick and choose sometimes, okay? And I understand that, sometimes emotions weigh more than over other things, age, other things, okay? And you came up here, and I'm thinking, probably, we're going to want a little bit more. Possibly something sexual, okay? All right? Am I on the right track?
No, I mean, I'm not looking, if that's what you're saying, that I came up here looking for sex from a
Well,
kid.
you're looking for to be with somebody,
Yeah,
have a good time.
to meet somebody, have a good time, and have a good time, sex-wise, or have a good time, I mean, meet somebody, have a good time, talk to them, get to know somebody,
So it was a
you know.
possibility.
Not
if you,
not at that age, no. I don't even think I would not even, think about that.
Mhm.
To have
It's-
sex with a 13-year-old, no.
Yeah, I can't.
I mean, but looking at some of your chats here, I mean, I'm not saying you're gonna do some major wild things, but it's not like you want to be a little intimate. You know what I mean by intimate? Close. Would that be a characterization?
I don't,
Say throw out the sexual part. Just be intimate.
what's intimate,
Being close.
Being close,
Hugging.
sharing space.
Yeah, I mean, it
Sharing
depends,
personal
on the
space.
person though. Depends on the person.
Were you hoping for something like that up here?
If I meet the right guy, maybe so. But, I mean, until you actually meet somebody and go, and get to know them,
You really strike me as a very caring person. I can't imagine that you would violate someone
No.
in any way. I mean,
that's what,
you want to meet somebody and spend some time and get to know each other, and possibly if it leads to something more, then
Yeah,
it would
I
be
mean,
a true
that's what you're saying
relationship
is-
is what I'm hearing.
yeah.
And what I
exactly.
see
But
in you.
what you guys are trying to say, I didn't know somebody was 13 years old.
Mhm. So they didn't tell you when they chatted
I-
with you that they were 13?
Yeah, I thought he said it was 18 though. I remember he saying he was in school and he went to school.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I just don't recall.
Yeah.
But 13, no.
Okay.
I mean, I would have found out he was 13. I would have shit.
Yeah. So you said you chatted with him from home.
Yeah.
Is that Indianapolis?
hmm
Okay. Because I noticed that you told him you were in Dayton.
I was actually going to Dayton.
Okay. So,
I mean, I
You
go to Dayton
travel
like
back
every
and
weekend.
forth?
Yeah.
okay. What do you do?
I'm actually in between jobs, so
Yeah.
electrician,
Oh, okay. Houses or
commercial buildings.
commercial buildings? Okay. So you're in between jobs and
Yep.
just your parents live in Dayton,
Right.
so you travel there. Do you stay with them?
Sometimes.
Yeah. Do you have any kids?
No.
Okay. So anybody lives with you?
No.
Significant other?
I have a nephew that stays with me every now and then, but
Okay. How often would you say he visits?
maybe it's hard to say. Sometimes he'll stay for a week, a month, 2 days,
Yeah. Okay, so does he work?
No, he's in between jobs too, actually.
What's he do?
He's a landscaper, just whatever.
In your chat, there were discussions about relationships with other people. I understood that you had a boyfriend who left and went to Florida.
hmm
Is that true? So you've had some ups and downs
Sure.
in as far as relationships are concerned and how they've worked out for you. So you turn to the chat rooms to discuss those
Just
things.
meet people,
and,
to talk, yeah,
yeah,
sure,
pass the time.
yeah.
Lonely and need somebody to talk
Just
to
to-
and
you
maybe
know.
meet and do something.
Well,
Yeah, I'm sure. Not that I know personally, but I'm sure that it would be hard. The way society is today with homosexual tendencies, for that to be accepted very easily. So it'd be hard for you to find a whole lot of people to openly display your affection with, and not offend other people. So I can see where you would go to a chat room to express yourself and find out who you are as well as who other people are. Do you think John was having those issues?
I don't know. You know.
Did you
I
connect
don't.
with
You
him
know. I
in
never
that
met
manner?
I never met a guy, so I don't know how somebody actually is until you meet somebody.
Yeah, but on your chat, I mean, you obviously came here because you felt some connection. I mean, I don't see you being the
Sure.
kind of person that would just,
You know, yeah, or I wouldn't.
you know, run
Yeah.
off and
No.
go to somebody's house without having some feeling about whether you're even going to be able to talk to them.
Mm-hmm.
Is that true, or am I way off base?
No, I guess that's true, but I mean, the age thing is what you guys are,
Tim, you're getting caught up with the age thing. I'm not.
Yeah, we're just trying to understand.
You're getting caught up with the age. And if you want to get caught up with the age, that's fine. But throwing out the age thing, you come up here to have some fun, to be with somebody. You brought them some army flicks. You brought them some just to have a good time, right?
yeah, I mean, to have a,
You have a
get to
good
know,
time.
yeah, right.
And to get to know somebody.
Yes.
Okay. And a lot of times, when you chat and you talk about certain things, you both have things you have in common. Okay. It sounds like he's a little lonely. You're a little lonely. Both meeting online, right? Both a little lonely. Okay. You know, it's normal. I mean, those are normal feelings. If it wasn't, you'd be cold-hearted or whatever. But you came up here looking for something. Okay. And when you came up here, I'm not saying this was gonna be some type of crazy wild night. I'm not saying that. Okay. You're getting caught up in that too. But what I'm saying is,
That's what it seems like you're insinuating.
well,
that,
I'm not.
you know,
I'm
I mean,
not. Tim, I'm not trying to insinuate anything. Okay. But I know certain things. Things that, you come up here to have a good time, meet somebody you thought was a nice person, okay? And you came up here to sit and watch the movies, and if things happen, they happened. That's all it was gonna be. Not this wild, crazy,
Time watching a movie. Share some popcorn.
that's how you get to know somebody.
Yeah,
I mean, that's,
you spend time.
yeah.
Tim, you got feelings.
That's right.
You're just like
Yeah.
anybody else. Her, me, you. We all have feelings, and you know.
There's nothing wrong with expressing those feelings and being honest with yourself, as well as everybody else in the room too.
Sure.
So we're here. We want to hear what was going on. What you intended to see happen once you got here.
I didn't
Were you going to go to
anything
the
happen.
bowling alley and go bowling? Were you going to go
Maybe,
out to the movie
Sure,
theater?
maybe.
Yeah, and I mean, that's what we're here for.
That's how you get to know somebody. Spend time. Sure.
Yeah. So, how did you feel about John when you were?
I don't know until you actually meet somebody. You know what I mean? I mean, you don't know how somebody is talking on a computer.
Well, it was obviously enough to get you to come
Sure.
here. Tell me about that. Tell me about that connection that you felt.
Well, I don't. Sure, but anybody lies. Everybody lies.
Oh, online.
Well, I guess evidently something happened.
Yeah. So, what do you think he lied about?
Well, I don't know. I never met anybody. I know I walked into a room and I was on the ground.
But so
I mean, if I, meeting somebody, if I like them, that's fine. But
But you just had you had enough connection online.
Sure.
Say,
to
let
come-
me
yeah,
go
come
check it
down
out.
here.
And
Yeah.
that's what all you do. You're just going to check it out and see if there could be more.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's normal. I can see people, if you see something and it piques your interest, and you're going to want to check it out. And I can understand that. And while you were there, if you didn't like him, you left, right? If you got there and you didn't like him,
That's what would have happened.
yeah,
you
if
know, I
you
mean,
didn't like him, but if you did like him, maybe hey, you got to talk a little bit and everything. It could have led to more, a good friendship, and would that be the truth?
yeah, I guess. It could be. But
And if anything else progressed, that could have blossomed. Tim, we're just like I said, we're just trying to figure out everything. Okay, I don't want people to look at you as Tim the other way, because I don't think you want to be looked at as that way.
No, not at all, and that's not.
And that's what you're not about. You're a hardworking guy. You're an electrician, right? Are you like a journeyman or
Yeah.
what? You're a journeyman.
Mhm.
Okay. My dad's an electrician too. Okay. I grew up around the trade. All right. You work hard. That's a hard job. That's why I don't do it. Okay.
It's a real hard job.
It's a real hard job. My dad's got bad knees. I understand. It broke my dad down. Okay. And you work hard. You're going through a lot of transition right now. Did you get laid off? Or
Fired.
Okay. What'd you?
And then I went for another company and they couldn't pay me. The payroll checks bounced and shit like that. So
Which happens.
it's time to go.
Yeah. Happens all the time.
Mhm.
Getting laid off. They have too many people to let you go. That happens. Tim, I can understand coming up here. You got a lot on your mind. You're in transition. Was there a possibility you might have to move back in with your parents?
No, I was thinking about moving back to the area, but
You got a lot on
I
your
can
mind.
move anywhere. But
So a combination of you got all this on your mind. You're lonely. Right? You're just needing more, which is normal. And don't feel that it's not normal, because it is normal. I can see these things. But you just need. I know you were lonely. You came up here. You wanted to find somebody new. And
I always look for friends.
yeah.
That's it's a great thing.
No, friends are wonderful.
Yeah,
Everybody needs friends.
sure.
So, once you got up here, okay, and let's just totally be honest with you, because I want to be honest with you if you want to be honest with me, okay?
I've been honest with you.
and
I don't know what you.
And trust me, Tim, I
Yeah.
will walk you through whatever we need to talk about. If you need help or something is there, I will walk you through it. I promise you, I will walk you through it. We can walk this together, or you can walk it alone. You want to walk with me, Tim?
I don't know what you want from me. I'm
I just
answering
wanna-
all your questions. You're asking me to, I don't know what you
I'm
want.
just trying to. You came up here for a reason.
I gave you the reason.
Okay. I just want to make sure we're 100% honest with each other. Because I think you're getting, about the issue of, whether there going to be some wild, crazy weekend or something like that. I don't want you to get that out of your mind. But I think when you come up here, you were going to watch movies. It's probably going to turn romantic. And that was what's going to happen. And then you could leave.
I can't
the
tell you. You can.
The weekend was going to be over, and then you go home. And you might have found a new friend out of it.
Maybe. I don't know. You can speculate. You know what I mean?
But everybody has.
Don't know.
But everybody has an idea of what they want to do. Everybody has an idea of what they want to do. Everybody envisions, regardless if they get to do it or not. Everybody envisioned. You know what I mean by envision, correct?
I guess I can kind of, I don't,
You know, everybody has thoughts of,
Or you play it out in your mind.
yeah.
What may happen, what could happen.
What are you asking from me?
What do you think? What were you hoping for to happen?
Like I said, I was going to meet the guy, go from there. If we liked each other, that's fine, but
Would it have went farther?
I don't know. I don't know. I mean, if you like a person, okay.
And if you like him, you would go farther.
If I liked him, I might go farther. But there's a whole lot of factors in this though too. I mean, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
If it's a kid, a child, no.
I'm not talking about the kid,
You know,
child.
but-
I'm talking about the person. I'm
You know,
talking about-
if I can meet somebody, then great.
and I think you found that when you wanted to come up. I think you were hoping for that.
Sure.
Okay.
I'm looking for friends. Sure. I mean, I would always look for friends.
Ken, I'm just stepping out just for a brief moment.
Okay.
I don't know.
I'll be right.
It's all right. I get the feeling that you think that we're trying to mess with you. That's not the case at all. We're here to find out what this situation was so that we can explain it. And without your
that is
help.
the situation. That's
You
the
understand
situation.
me though?
Sure,
I need your
understand you.
help
I understand you 100%.
so that I can explain it
Right.
to everybody else
I
on your behalf.
understand you.
So I need you to come clean with me
I'm.
and tell me what this was all about.
That is exactly what it was about. If I meet somebody, fine. If it goes farther, that's cool. But I'm not looking for. I'm looking for friends.
Yeah.
Maybe a relationship.
Yeah.
And when you came up here today, that's what you had on your mind. That's what's going to be.
Well, no.
That, Tim.
That's not what I had on my mind. I mean, when I came up here, I planned on meeting somebody, getting to know somebody.
Tim,
Not
you had an idea what you want to do with it.
sure, watch the movies.
Watch your movies and be.
Maybe go to the bowling alley.
More than Tim. I mean, you want one moment you're telling me, it doesn't matter. Now it does matter. Tim, I can see it. I'm willing to work with you. Okay.
What do you mean you're willing to work with me?
I'm willing to work with you to help you not be there.
No, I'm not there. I mean,
Okay?
I'm not.
But what you're telling me is not matching what I see here. If I go out and I look at somebody,
What, that I'm looking for a boyfriend? That I'm looking to meet somebody? I'm meeting for friends?
You're
A
looking to have
relationship?
sex.
you're looking to have a good time.
If I like the person,
And that's what was going to happen when you came up here.
I don't know. You don't know. I don't know until
You
I meet
already
the guy.
liked him.
You're not going to.
Did
do
you
you know?
not already like him?
Sure. I
Did
did, but the picture that was painted, I don't know. I really don't know. You don't know until you meet somebody.
You're telling me he seems like an awesome guy. You're telling me, I hope you sleep good.
Sure. What's wrong with that?
That means there was something more.
Well, yeah. I mean, we talked for days.
And you talk for days and you built a connection and you come up here to be with him. He was going to be
I did not. No.
He was going to be by
I did
himself.
not. I swear.
And you
I did
guys
not.
could be alone. And you could exchange all those things that you talked about. You guys were going to be alone together. Nobody to bother you.
Can I please use the bathroom? I'm going to pee my pants.
I need to break real quick.
Okay.
Do you have something?
Yeah. I mean, it's up to you, however you want to do.
You still have that folder? That's the folder I had. Yeah. Okay. Let me
Okay,
take a break real quick.
she's gonna step off for a
Type
minute.
pen.
She's gonna come back in, okay? And we'll see what we can do about a bathroom for you, okay?
You're asking me to say stuff that's not true.
Tim, I'm not trying to make you say something that's not true. I don't want you to tell
I
me
came
something.
up here to meet somebody, you know, and hopefully
It went
friends,
and
hopefully
more,
find a boyfriend,
and more.
and if it went farther,
And you,
cool. But
I
not,
think you
not with
wanted
a child.
more.
Not with a child. No.
Tim,
If I would have met the guy, and if I would have known that,
Tim,
I made a
Tim,
mistake.
age is not a. You're the kind.
Age is a difference when it
No.
goes that young.
No,
Yes.
Tim.
I'm sorry.
It's not about the age. It's about the person.
Well,
It's about the person.
not when you're.
And you can
not
be
when you're
13 and be
13,
mature.
12, 10,
You can be mature in 13.
5. You know.
I'm not talking about a 4-year-old.
Well, even
I'm not-
13
you know-
is still
you know-
a child.
You know, but it didn't. When you felt it, he had enough. What you felt connection. You guys had enough together in that short amount of period, and you guys wanted to explore that. There's
This
nothing.
kid, if I
there's-
would have went there and this kid would have been 13 years old, nothing would have happened anyways.
I think it would have.
No, it wouldn't have.
Tim,
Maybe we would have became friends, but that's
Tim.
probably as far as it would have went.
Tim. Age doesn't matter to you.
Age matters when it's like that.
Well,
Come on
I'm not
now.
talking a 4-year-old. I'm talking.
Come
Tim.
on now.
Tim, I'm talking about.
Even 13, 14, 15, 16,
Did you
17.
can show some experience, something you can be with him,
Not
show him some things.
a child, though.
You said it in those things.
Well, then I made a mistake.
You know,
I mean, I would have never had, you know, that with him.
you know.
Tim, we got some problems here. Whenever you talk to John, you told him straight up that you knew he was 13. I can't tell you how many times in this chat log that you tell him that you know he's 13. You talk about spring break. You ask him when his mom's leaving. You planned on
I know
coming to
I-
stay. Hold on, I've listened to you.
Okay.
Okay? I'm gonna lay it out for you because here it is. You were coming to stay all weekend, not just a day. You told him you were coming all weekend. You were gonna have oral sex. You were gonna give him oral sex. You asked him the first time that he jacked off if he had been caught by his mother. And whenever he asked you how old you were when you started, you said 13 or 14, and he said I was the same age, and you said that you understood. So don't tell me that you don't know that he was 13, and that wasn't your intention to come here and have sex with a 13-year-old.
No, that was not my intentions.
It was absolutely your
intentions were to
intention,
meet
Tim.
somebody and
Don't
have a
fill me
friend.
full of crap. I'm done with that game. That game is over. Now, do we want to talk about what your intentions were here? Because I'm beginning to think you're a pedophile.
Not a pedophile. What do you want to know from me? What do
I
you
want to know about the
I
chats.
have told you. I've told you if I was coming here to meet him.
And
Okay.
do what?
Friends.
Be
Maybe a
honest with
boyfriend.
yourself. You wanted to have sex with him. He was 13 years old. You wanted to help
Yeah.
him explore.
I'm sorry. No. No.
No.
It
You
would not
can
have
sit
happened.
there
It would not
and
have happened.
honestly be
It would not
true
have
to
happened.
yourself and say no.
Yes.
You're a liar.
It would not have happened.
You are a liar.
I'm sorry.
An
I
absolute
would not
liar.
have. I would not have had sex with a 13-year-old.
You would have, and you will if you got the chance.
No.
Yeah,
Sorry.
that's why you were coming here.
No. I came here to try to meet a friend.
And do what?
Maybe a boyfriend. A relationship.
Give him a blowjob. Cuddle with him. Lay with him in bed all weekend long.
No. I do not have any clothes with
You're
me to stay all
unemployed?
weekend.
You're, just bouncing around? Why not? Mom's gone, go stay with the 13-year-old. It's like, he's not going to kick you to the curb like your boyfriend did for another woman. Is he?
I don't know what you want me to say, but that's not what you're saying is I'm a pedophile, and that is not.
Well, that's what I'm thinking you are. I mean, can you think of anything other than
I
that,
can't.
Tom?
After what she just said, she went down, you wanted this weekend. You guys spent a whole weekend together. That's making me think, the way you're talking to me, that's a pedophile talking. The way you're talking. That's a pedophile. Or, Tim, I thought we were on the right track. I thought we were on the road to figuring this out. But all you're telling me is you weren't expecting anything. You were!
No, I wasn't. I was expecting to meet somebody.
You were going to spend all night,
if we have
all
a
weekend
connection,
long.
go from there.
You had plans.
I had plans to meet somebody.
You had plans. No, you had plans to be with him all weekend long. All weekend long. And to be with him romantically, sexually, however you want to put it, that's what you were going to do. And you were going to be with him and explore all those things. Age didn't matter to you. All those other things didn't matter. You found somebody you connected with. Tim, that's what
I found somebody I was connected with, but I did not find a 13-year-old child.
You absolutely
did.
I made a mistake then. I made a
didn't.
mistake. Yes, I did.
You told him 3 different times that age didn't matter.
Well, age matters
and then
when
you
it's
talked
13
about
years
Jack.
old.
You know what? 13-year-old is good for you because he's innocent and he doesn't have all the baggage that your other relationships have had. And it'd be much easier to pull the wool over his eyes and be a slug and him think you're great.
No, I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah, you can help him explore his gayness. Yeah, that's where this was coming from.
No, it was not.
Yeah, that's absolutely where it was coming from.
I came here to meet a friend, maybe a boyfriend, but not a 13-year-old kid. Then I made a mistake.
So what were you going to do with this boyfriend
Then I
all
would have
weekend?
left. If I would have found out, if I would have known, then I knew and then I just didn't realize it. Because when I looked on the website, it had a date, like 1974, something like that. So that's the connection that I thought. Okay.
You've already told me that everybody lies online. Why would you think that that's correct?
Until you meet somebody and go.
Until you chatted with him and he told you he was 13 years old.
I made a mistake.
And you said that was cool.
Huge
You talked to
problem
him about girls at school and the boys, if there are any gay boys at his school, at his high school.
Yeah, we talked about a lot of things.
So you knew he wasn't 18?
I thought he was 18.
No, you didn't, Tim.
I swear I thought he was 18.
Come off of it. You knew he wasn't 18.
Tim, you don't say it 3 times. You don't forget 3 separate times.
I can't type for shit.
Not in a day either.
Not in a day.
And you talked to him for 5 or 6 days.
5 or 6 days a week.
You spent a lot of time grooming him and getting him ready for this day. Don't tell me. Tell me that you weren't planning on coming here and having sex with him.
No, that's not my intention.
That's absolutely your intention. You talked to him for 5 or 6 days, all that time.
It's still not my intentions to go into and have sex with somebody that I don't know.
Why not?
Because
he's gay.
That's not. I don't care.
You don't?
You
cared in the chat?
That's not what I'm looking for.
You absolutely cared in the chat if he was gay.
No. Did I? I did not say I care if you're gay. I did not say
so you like girls. You wanted to have sex with a girl.
I did not say that you're going to have sex with me or nothing. That's not what I'm looking for.
Yes, you did.
No.
Yes, you did talk to him about it. Let's see.
I did not say that you're going to have sex with me for nothing.
Let's talk about what you said. Go ahead, Tony.
You talked about it. You know, Tim, we can be over here or you can be here. Which is it? You need to make a decision.
I cannot say that.
You wanted to be up here. You know, you wanted to be.
I'm just stretching, please. I've really got to go to the bathroom bad.
Have a seat. We're almost done here.
I don't know what you want me to say to you, and I'm not going to sit there and say something that's not true.
I don't want you to tell me something that's not true. I don't want you to tell me anything that's not true. Because that's not fair to you and that's not fair
No,
to me.
it's not.
And you know, but I am telling you right now, is you come up here to be with him for the weekend and to have sex and do other things. I'm not saying it's just all one big sex exploit. You come up to do other things and you guys are going to have sex. That was the plan. That was what's going on. That's where we're at. Okay? Alright? If you want to be up here and everybody thinking you're that other person, go right ahead. Okay? I'm sure I can find a jury somewhere to say, oh yeah, that's the way Tim is. Okay? Tim, you come up here. You gotta get it, Tim, you gotta get this off your shoulders. If you don't get it off your shoulders, it's gonna eat you alive.
What do you want me to say to you? What do you
Well,
want me to
when
say
you
to
came
you?
up here, and cut the bullshit out of it.
I came up here.
You come up here.
I came up here. Go ahead.
I want you to cut the bullshit.
I came up here to meet somebody.
You came up
Okay.
here to have sex
I did not.
with a child.
No, I did not.
You absolutely
I came up
did.
here to meet somebody. Hopefully, we had a connection.
And you wanted more. That was the weekend was planned about.
If I found a boyfriend, maybe, but I did not come
You
up here
found
to
that
find.
boyfriend in John.
I did not find a 13-year-old boyfriend.
You did.
I did not. No.
John, let's be honest with each other.
I am.
You know, if I can't get you over the hump, or we're going to be over there.
I don't. You keep saying over there. What?
The pedophile, the guy that everybody creeps everybody out, the one that you're worried about. You know, did you make a mistake, and you felt there was a connection?
Yeah, I made a mistake. I thought there was a connection.
And you come up here to be with John romantically for the weekend and have a weekend to get away from all your troubles, all the things that have been bothering you, being fired from your job, having to, you know, with everything going downhill. You had one weekend where all those things could be away.
No, you're saying that. No, that's not what I'm looking for. That's not what I was looking for.
What is it?
You're
That's
saying
what
that I
you're
came up
saying.
here to have sex.
You came
That's
up
it.
here to have sex.
No.
You were going to stay all weekend. You said, I'll come over after work Friday if you want. We'll probably want to spend all weekend with you.
If-
you were going to continue that grooming process
No, I mean-
right on from the chat room, and you were going to have sex with this boy and give him oral sex over and over and over all weekend long.
I'm sorry, no.
Yes,
if I
you
was
were.
came up here to meet somebody, okay. If we liked each other, okay.
If you liked each other,
Okay, that's
what?
fine. Maybe it'll go to a friendship, boyfriend. Maybe. I'm not looking for one night stand. I'm not, that's not what I was looking for.
But then why would you tell him all this?
What, that I'm looking for one night stand?
No, why would you tell him what all these things about a blowjob and taking
I
showers
don't know.
together? Why would you tell him?
I don't know. I don't know. We
You
talked
told him
about
you
all
liked
different
to give
kinds of
head.
stuff. We talked about all kinds of different things.
You asked him if he had done that before. And you told him you liked to jack off a lot. And you said you would give him head if he wanted you to. How often do you jack off? You got me hard now. Truthfully, I'm thinking about jacking off. These are your words, not mine. I'm not making these up. These are yours. How old were you? 13 or 14? Oh, so my age. You remember that, I'm sure. Those are all your words. Black and white, right here. Can't deny them.
But still, you're saying that I came up here for one reason only. And that is not true.
To have sex.
No, that's not true.
With a 13-year-old.
That's not true. That's not the reason I came up here.
No, we can't help.
I don't know what else you want me to say. I'm not
There-
going to lie
there's-
to you, and I'm not, that's not what I
You
came up here
have
for.
lied. You've lied to me for over an hour now. I'm tired of being lied to.
And the only unless we become you become honest with me. The only other thing is, I'll just hand this over to somebody and say, hey, this is what he's saying. This is what the evidence says. You make your decision.
And they're gonna say, "Nah, he's a pedophile."
That's
I can
what they're-
tell you what they're gonna say. They're
What do you
gonna
want me to say? That I can't. What do you really want me to say?
I want you to tell me the truth.
That is the truth. I came up here to meet a guy, okay,
And be with him.
and be with him, and go from there. Hopefully, find a boyfriend, watch movies, get to
Have
know
sex.
each other. If it maybe have
Jack
sex,
off, give oral.
maybe, but
No,
not the age
no.
thing.
That's what you were gonna do.
Not. I don't. You can't say that's what I was going to do because I never met.
That's what
the
you
person.
wanted to do.
You never met the person.
You wanted
That's
to do
what
that.
you wanted to do,
You know.
wasn't it?
I don't know.
Wasn't
Until
it,
I meet.
Tim?
No.
That's what you
I did
wanted
not,
to do.
I did
You
not
said
sit
it
there.
in the chat.
I did not sit there and fantasize.
That's what you wanted
because
to
I
do,
did not
Tim.
know the person.
You wanted to have oral sex with him. You wanted to masturbate.
I did not
With
know
him.
him, so I could not say
You
that.
wanted to
I mean,
have sex.
over the
You
chat.
knew him on the chat.
Over the chat.
You
how-
were coming to know more about him, to have oral sex,
I was coming to know more about him, to get to know him better,
to masturbate.
to maybe go
with
see a
him
movie,
because
go
he
watch
made
movies,
you hard.
go maybe bowling or something.
Yeah, and that's how you groom somebody.
Well, I don't
To
know
do
about
that.
that. I don't know about that.
Oh, I think you know a lot
No.
more than you pretend to know.
No.
You're 42 years old.
Yeah.
I'm not 13.
Okay.
I'm not falling for it.
I don't know. That's not what I came up here for, and I'm not going to tell you that's what I came up here for.
So I guess we'll just have to pass this off and
Yeah.
they'll
I mean, Tim, I mean,
I'm
see
sorry.
what they
I'm
see
not
and
gonna-
they'll
Yeah.
think what they think. And
you know, I think we've given you every chance to lay it on the line. And, I've tried every which way to understand.
What? I'm looking for a boyfriend?
No, I've been trying to
I mean-
understand. Tim, I've tried to understand everything you've told me. And we went from nothing kind of happened to something will happen. Maybe what could have happened. And then we're at this point. And I've tried to understand, but every moment, every time I talk, every time we question answer, it's like you're stalling.
What am I stalling for?
I don't know.
You know?
You know, if we can't be honest with each other.
I have been honest with you.
No,
Yes,
Tim.
I have. I told
Tim.
you why I came up
Tim.
here. That is the reason I came up here.
Tim, I'm being straight up with you, okay? If you want to look like a pedophile, that's fine. Nothing I can do about that, okay? If you come up here to be with somebody, be with John, and you knew the age, you knew what was going to happen this weekend, you had plans set in sight, that's one thing. I'm not saying you're a mass guy going out molesting boys and this. I'm not saying that. I'm not trying to go there. And this whole time I've been with you, and Agent Reed has been with you. We're not trying to say he's that.
You're trying to make me admit to saying that I'm that.
But
You know,
Tim,
and that's
Tim,
not.
no, Tim.
we're trying
That's
to get
what
you to
you-
be
that's-
honest with
I am
yourself
honest. That is
about what has happened.
Yes, I realize what has happened.
Tim,
You know, the whole thing was a lie.
Tim.
What whole thing was a lie?
The whole thing was a setup.
You're coming here.
Okay, to get to know somebody, maybe be friends, maybe a boyfriend. I did not realize, that it was a child. If I would have found out that, I would have probably maybe watched a movie and left.
And you would have stayed there a little bit longer.
You would have stayed all weekend.
No, I would not have. I don't have any clothes with me to stay all weekend. I
You
don't.
would have cuddled.
No,
You would have hung out together. You would have
Sorry.
gotten to know each other.
not if I would have known that this
You would have
kid
had
was
a
13 years old.
relationship. You could have had a boyfriend. You could have had a relationship.
Not with a 13. How are you gonna
But you're
have?
not
How are you
having-
gonna have a relationship with a 13-year-old?
Maybe you need to answer that question.
You can't. That's impossible. That's what I'm saying. That's
So
not.
your intentions were never to have a relationship with this boy. It was to come and have sex.
No, that's
Since
not
you knew
true.
he was 13
I
years
did not
old,
realize he
and
was
you
13 years
visited
old.
that issue 3 to 4 times
did
in
not
your
realize
chats
that he was
over
13
5 to
years
6
old.
days. You did too.
Then I made a mistake. I thought it was 18.
There is no mistake in this. You came all the way from Indianapolis to be with a
No.
13-year-old boy who was exploring his sexuality.
I'm sorry, but that's not. You're saying I came here to have sex, and that's not true. That is not true.
Well, you
I'm
didn't
not-
come here to have a relationship because
I
you
didn't.
said you couldn't have one with a 13-year-old.
I didn't know he was 13. I swear I thought he was 18.
Come on, Tim.
Then I made a mistake.
We have run around in circles here.
Yes. I did not
Age,
realize that.
Tim, age does not matter.
Age matters when
Tim.
when it goes
You
down
said
to
it doesn't
that.
matter.
When it goes to that, yes, it does matter.
I'm not interested in the age. I'm interested in the guy.
Yeah,
And
when
that's
you're
what you
13
found.
years old.
And that's
No.
what you found in John. You found somebody you were interested in. You came up here to be with him. To be with him several different ways. One to watch the movies, one to cuddle, probably to have oral sex, probably to have actual sex. That was what's going to happen. I'm not saying it was a free-for-all. That was what
You can't say that's what was going to happen because I don't know if that's what was going to happen.
That's what you intended.
I
That's
don't
what
know.
you wanted. That's what you were dreaming about. That's what you were hoping for.
I was hoping to meet a friend.
You were hoping that
Maybe
this,
a boyfriend.
You
Sure.
you were hoping that this could be a nice weekend, a romantic weekend with John, alone, nobody around. That's what this weekend was about. That's where the truth lies.
This weekend was
Tim.
about meeting somebody,
Tim,
maybe friends,
Tim,
maybe.
that's where the truth lies. Now, if you want to meet me there, I'll meet you halfway. I will meet you halfway. Okay?
What are you talking about? Meet me halfway.
You're just telling me the same thing. Oh, I didn't know. Maybe it couldn't happen. Maybe it probably wouldn't happen. I don't know. You said verbatim what you wanted to do when you came up this weekend. That's what you had in mind. That's what probably was going to happen. I'm not saying that you did anything. I'm not saying you ever had a chance to do anything. I'm not saying that. But that's what you intended for this weekend to be about, was to explore those things you talked about. If you didn't, you wouldn't have said it. And you told me that already. If it wasn't going to be that, you wouldn't have said it. You wouldn't have said it. That's what this weekend was about. The weekend was going to be something special. Something that you could get away with all the other
If
things.
I can meet friends, yes.
Meet-
I mean, if I can
meet
meet a friend,
friends.
maybe relationship, yeah.
This was going to be something special. Was going to be a special weekend. This was one of the things that you guys talked about. You were guys going to try them out. That's the truth. That's the reality. Okay. I'm not saying you did any of those things. Tim, I have not once said you did any of those things. Okay. But that's what this weekend was about. That's what we're talking about. And you know, I'm telling you straight up. I'm telling you the truth. That's what this weekend was about.
I don't know what that's, I don't know until,
And I'm not saying, Tim, we've been all over this issue, this and that. I can read, I know, this is what it's about. This is what's going to happen. Tim, I know. That's what it was about. And I know. And you know I know. Okay? Tim, this was what the weekend was about, wasn't it?
the weekend was about meeting somebody.
Tim.
I'm sorry.
Tim,
That's
don't.
what the weekend
Tim,
was about.
don't. Tim, I am reaching.
It wasn't even
I
a
am
weekend.
Tim, I am reaching out to you.
I'm sure you are.
I'm throwing you a rope to help you.
Help me? How are you helping me? I don't understand.
Well, you know what? You're not being honest with me, so I'll treat you like a pedophile.
I don't understand
I'll
what
treat
you
you
want.
like a pedophile. I'll just say, you know what? He wasn't honest with me.
I have been honest with
He
you.
yanked me around left,
I
right,
came up
left,
here.
right.
I came up here to meet somebody. Okay, friends, maybe a boyfriend. Okay, go from there.
And what do you mean by go from there?
A boyfriend, relationship. Go build a relationship. Go from there.
And you're
What
going
do
to
you
do
do
that.
in a relationship?
And you're going to do that in one weekend.
I would know if I like somebody by meeting them within, a few hours of getting to know somebody.
Tim, I'm reached.
I-
All I can tell him is he wasn't honest with me. He wasn't honest with me.
What I don't know
And
what
he
you want me to
wanted to
tell
go
you.
to things.
I mean,
And I'll let people think what they want to think. And I'm giving you every last option to be there. But you're giving me no other option other to say, he wasn't honest with me. I know what was going to happen this week. And
I don't know what was going to happen.
I
I
know
mean,
what you
I
wanted
don't
to-
know what was going to happen. I don't know.
You
I mean,
you chatted with him.
I chatted with him. I talked
And
to
you-
him. We talked about all different. We talked
And all
about
different
going
things.
bowling. We talked about watching movies. We talked about sex. We talked about school. We talked about work. We talked about life.
Okay.
We talked about everything.
and
I
then
mean,
this
from
week- and this
one thing
weekend-
to the other.
And then this weekend was going to be special.
Did I say it was going to be special?
I think
I mean,
as much as you talk to him, I think it's going to be special. It's going to be a fun weekend.
I don't know.
You
Sir.
hoped it was going to be
You know,
fun.
nobody's going to come there. Oh, gee, I hope I have a miserable time. I hope nothing happens. You don't go into something like that with that time of.
I don't hope something's going to happen. I mean, unless I like somebody, I'm not going to go and have sex with somebody I don't know.
John.
Or if it's 13 years old, nothing would have happened.
And you
I'm sorry.
And you like John. And you like.
I did like him. I liked the how he portrayed, but it was all a setup.
And that was going. And this weekend was about the next step. That's what this weekend was about. It was the next
This
step.
weekend was about getting to know somebody a little better
The next step.
and going from there, not having sex with them. I'm sorry, it's not what it was about.
It was having a good time. I'll give you that. It was about having a good time.
What's a good time? Good time watching
Cuddling,
movies.
watching movies, making out.
I don't know. That's a good time.
That is a good time. Cuddling, making out, watching
Sure.
movies, holding each other. That's a good time.
I mean,
And it-
nothing would have happened though because of the age. I'll guarantee that.
Tim,
I'm sorry.
It would have.
I have never went after a child
And
where I never
just
will.
like when you were 13 and 14 and you explored for the first time, you were going to be there with him. No matter the age, no matter the time, that was your and his moment. That's what the weekend. That was your.
You know,
That
I mean-
was your. No matter your first time 13, 14. That's a special age.
Yeah, but it's still
And
a
you-
child, and no,
and
I'm
you
not
know
going to
what?
do that
And-
with a child.
And you were going to be there. Would you rather have somebody that didn't know what they were doing, or have somebody who could be there and be caring and be gentle and be I'm not saying a teacher, but be someone to show him.
No. I'm sorry.
Damn,
No.
that you were going to be there for him.
Not at
You-
that, no. I mean,
And
I would have
it
met the
was-
guy. I would have met the guy fine. We would have watched movies fine.
You experienced.
If I would have found out, if I would have realized the age.
and that
but
wouldn't have
you
been.
keep saying that, but I did not
You kept telling
really
him you were going to
realize it.
protect him from his mom, so that she wouldn't find out. That you wouldn't
No.
let anything happen to him. You knew he was a child.
I didn't know he was 13 years old.
Then why? Then if he was 18, why would you say don't tell your mom?
Because a lot of
Because
people
he-
live with their mom at 18 years
At
old
18
and flip out.
Tim, when you turn 18, you're an adult.
Yes, you are, but,
And you know what?
nobody's...
You don't tell an 18-year-old, oh, don't tell your mom.
When you talk about
yeah,
something like that, yeah, you do.
Well, that's normally
I mean,
most people that are 18 have that control that they don't tell their moms what they do. You've been 18, I've been 18, and Agent Reed's been 18. We've
Yes,
all been
right,
18.
right.
When I was 18, I didn't need somebody to tell me, oh, don't tell mom that we're doing this. Agent Reed
I
at
don't
18.
know. I know people like that at 18.
Tim.
I've known people
You
like
don't.
that that are 35 and 40 and still live at home with mom and dad.
Oh, wow.
But
You
you
know,
know what?
It's pretty sad.
But you know what? But they're not telling, those people are not telling, oh, don't tell nobody. I think most people would get the hint at that age. Don't, they understand that. But you knew the age. You knew that didn't matter because
That
this
wouldn't
was
mattered. I'm sorry.
it wouldn't have
Yes,
mattered.
it would have. Yes, it would have. It would have mattered. There's no way. There's no way. No.
Tim, in
It
your
was
own
about the person.
words. In your own words.
No. I made a mistake.
Age
Then
doesn't
it
matter.
makes
It's
yes.
the guy I'm interested
Sure.
in.
If you're thinking
If
is
you're
a
thinking
friendship.
they're
If you're a
13,
friend-
which is what you said in
friendship,
the
but
chat.
not sex with a 13-year-old,
And you
14-year-old,
didn't want his
15-year-old,
mom to
12-year-old.
know because she would have
Friends.
cut it off immediately.
Friends, that's fine. But no, I'm not going to have sex with a 13-year-old. That's not what I came down here for.
Then
I
why
don't care
would you
what
hide?
was
Why wouldn't
said.
you come and visit him when his mother was home if you're not
I don't
afraid?
know because it was the only weekend I had.
Because you're 42 years old, and his mother
I
would
thought he
not
was-
have looked kindly on him having a stranger that he doesn't even know come to his house and that's talked to him about sex online.
Well, talking and having it is different. I mean, I would not have had sex with him. I'm sorry.
You wouldn't have come if his mama's home either, would you?
I don't know. I probably wouldn't have met him. I'm sure I would have met him.
Somewhere else.
18 years old, yes, I would have came to his house
If his mother was home.
if his mother was home.
Well, then why did you try and come today and his mother wasn't home?
Why did I try to come
Because he was
today?
13.
See, that's where I didn't realize it. I mean, I made a mistake.
Oh, Tim.
Then I
You're
did
just
it.
lying to
Then I said
yourself
it,
over
and
and over and over.
Then I made a mistake.
You can call it that.
Yeah, I read that on his picture, the date, and I just okay.
Tim, you didn't read that.
Yes, I did.
No,
You didn't. You didn't read
Yes,
that.
I did. I'm sorry,
Tim,
but even then, I still would not have had sex with a 13-year-old kid.
Tim, it didn't matter.
I never
about
have,
the-
and I never will.
It's not about the age. It's not. It's about the person.
It is about the age. That's what this whole thing is about. It's the age.
No, it's about.
And the whole time, I did. I thought he was 18.
Okay, so you're talking to him.
I wouldn't have had sex with any, if he wasn't 18. But I don't know if I'd have sex with anybody. I know I wouldn't have sex with anybody, just meeting somebody. I'm sorry, no.
Take care of some paperwork. I think we ought to give Mr. Town a few minutes to
Can I please use the bathroom?
think. We'll come back and get you in a few minutes. And take care of some paperwork. We'll check back in on you.
I can't, though, use the bathroom?
Just
You need
give
to
us a
stay
minute,
right there.
okay?
Please,
We'll
Just
be
give us.
back.
I'll
really
give you a minute,
Need to
okay?
go.
Okay.
Oh, God, I gotta piss.
You Tim?
Yeah.
I'll take you to the bathroom. As long as you're cool. Don't do
Yeah,
anything. Don't do anything stupid. Okay.
Yeah, I'm good with that. Thanks.
Go straight ahead.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Yeah. But you can be a guy with a problem, or you can be a pedophile. And I can help you work through that. But I need you to talk to me. We're looking 5 to 10 years prison time for what's happened here tonight. And you know how this works. You know, if you actually talk about your issues, your problems, all people have them, then, you know, a judge is going to want to hear that as opposed to, oh, I didn't know. I didn't do this.
What do you want me to tell you? I'm not going
I want you to tell me what you intended to do
I told
when
you.
you came here.
I told you.
I want you to tell me how you knew this person was underage. It's obvious in your chats that you knew this. And I'm not buying this song and dance that you didn't know he was 18 or 13. You thought he was 18. You think he was 18 now because that's what you want to think up here. But that's not what it was. You knew he was 13.
No. Looking at his page, name had a date, which basically insinuates how old you were.
And by his name,
and then I made a mistake.
And by his name, his screen name, it said 93.
No, I'm talking about gay.com.
And you told me everybody lies on the internet.
Well, yeah, I know. And that's how when you meet somebody, that's how you know.
So then you talked to him and he told you he was 13. You knew he was 13.
See, then I made a mistake, man.
Okay, it's a mistake.
Then I made a mistake.
But it's going to be a mistake that's going to cost you 5 to 10 years. Unless you deal with it here and now.
I don't understand what you want me to tell you. You just want me to tell you something that isn't true or incriminate myself so you can put me in jail.
Incriminate yourself.
Yeah, because that's what...
I'm not asking you to incriminate yourself.
You're telling...
I'm asking you to tell me what you were doing.
I told you. I came here to meet somebody, okay? Friends, maybe a relationship, okay. I did not come here to have sex with somebody, and that's it. That's not what I was looking for. That's not what I was looking for.
Well, you know you're going to jail.
For what?
For what you've done tonight. You drove all the way down here to see an underage child. You talked about sex with them online, on chat. You talked about giving them head. You talked about sleeping with them, cuddling. You were going to stay all weekend. You asked if their mom wasn't home. You were going to protect them if nothing happened. And to boot, you said if your mom kicks you out, you can come and live with me.
Yeah, a 13-year-old kid.
And then you wanted to meet him somewhere, and what'd they tell you? I can't drive. An 18-year-old can drive, can't they?
Unless you lost your license.
You knew this kid hadn't lost his license.
Maybe I did realize that. I just, but still, nothing would have happened sex-wise. No.
Nothing would have happened sex-wise.
No. No. Not to a child. I'm sorry. I don't care.
Tim, I see how this developed. You've had horrible relationships. People have manipulated you, treated you like garbage.
You don't know me.
Even your own parents
You don't know me.
don't
My
agree
parents,
with who you are.
What are you
and
talking
what
about?
you're
My parents are great people. How can you say that?
You talked about it in your chat.
They might not. Yeah.
That they would flip out.
They probably would. Guess they're gonna find out though.
So you
aren't they?
hide everything about you. You can't be real with anybody out there, can you? But online you can. And with this innocent 13-year-old, he's not going to judge you because all he's looking for is somebody to understand him.
See, no, man. See, you're trying to say
It's
that
so easy.
I did not come
to get
here.
caught up in that.
I
You
did-
need acceptance.
I
Tim
didn't-
and I understand that. But until you understand that, we're not going to get anywhere with this process.
But you're telling me that I came up here to have sex with a 13-year-old kid, and that is not what I came up here for.
But that's all you did in the chat was talk about how you were going to come and see him. You spent 5 and 6 days talking to this kid. You already told me that you hoped to have more than just a friend relationship.
Maybe a boyfriend,
To have
but not with a
boyfriend,
13-year-old
But then
kid.
you told me with boyfriends that you have more than just if you realized that this was a child. Tim,
I would not have had sex with a child. I'm sorry. I did not come up here to meet a child to have sex with a child.
Tim, you talked to him about the Easter bunny. An Easter basket.
God, everybody, I got an Easter basket.
You asked him if he still believed in the Easter bunny. Don't tell me you thought
Come
he was
on,
18
I did
years
not ask
old.
somebody if they.
You absolutely asked him.
No. Do you still believe in Easter money?
Oh yeah.
No.
Oh yeah. And it's in black and white. Now come off of it. Any judge is going to see that. Any jury is going to see that, and they're going to say this guy is absolutely a pedophile.
Well,
he
then
needs
I guess
to
it's
be
going to have to go that
locked
far.
away.
You know, it's going to have to go that far then, because I'm not a pedophile. I'm not after. That's not what I was after.
What were you after, Tim?
Huh?
You were after
I
a
was told
relationship
you I was
with
after-
a 13-year-old.
I did not realize he was 13 years old. There's no way.
Do you generally talk to 18-year-olds about the Easter bunny?
Sure.
Yeah.
But I
And
got
you
an
talk
Easter
to 'em
basket, for
about
God's sakes.
Going to high school, and you talk to them about their friends and if they're gay and what it's
Yeah.
like to be 13
I mean,
or
I was
14.
18. I was still in high school.
But you tell an 18-year-old that you know what it's like to be 13.
When I first had sex at 13, I did not realize this.
You had sex at 13?
I had sex when I first lost my virginity was probably at 13, 14, right around there.
What was the circumstance?
What do you mean?
Did you seek it out, or did
No, I don't.
someone
It was just
approach you
it was just a mutual thing
with who?
in high school.
With a friend?
Mhm.
With an older
I don't
person?
want to go there.
With,
I don't want to go there.
well, I mean, you brought it up. I'm just
I
trying
know,
to help
I
you
brought
out.
it up,
I
but
mean,
that's,
you're trying to help me understand, and I think you brought it up for a reason.
What? That I had sex when I was 13 years old?
Yeah?
That's probably when I lost my virginity.
Did somebody molest you?
No.
So you had sex willingly?
Mhm.
Was it with someone your age or someone older?
My age.
How did that relationship turn out?
Friends.
So, were you exploring your homosexuality at that time?
Actually, it was not. It was with a girl.
It was with a
My
girl.
first time, yes.
So, is that when you figured out that you weren't interested in girls?
I don't know. I thought off and on, I mean, I had girlfriends in high school. I don't know. I like men better. Sure. I do believe so. I still
young
think,
men better?
I don't like children. You know, I'm not looking for, you know,
I didn't
that's
say
not
children,
what,
I
I'm
said
not,
young men.
that's not what I, you know. That's not even right.
What's not right?
For underage, you know, that's not right to have sex with somebody underage. It's not right.
And that's
not
why there's
me.
laws,
Yeah,
and
and that's not
that's
me.
why we're
I didn't
talking
do it.
about
and that's-
5 to 10 years.
Well, I didn't do it. I wouldn't do it. I mean, that's not right. That's
You-
not right.
You chatted with a child online.
Now, I didn't realize that, though. I mean, I did not realize
You
that
did realize it, and I have it in the chat. And you also,
Well, I didn't realize it. I mean, I might have said it. I just, you know, it just didn't click, I guess.
so is this the profile you saw for John?
Yeah.
Okay. And can you show me where on here you thought that he was 18?
I can't.
Because it's not there and it never was.
Here it says it's 73.
Yeah, but then on his,
Yeah.
Yahoo.
See, I
it says he's 13.
never looked at that.
Which you also went there.
Location.
See, Tim? You
See,
what
that's
this,
where.
No, you see what
I
this
mean,
looks like?
Yeah, I see what it looks like. It's terrible.
It's absolutely terrible.
Yes, it is.
And a jury?
I still would not.
A jury will not.
I still would not have had
A
sex
group
with
of your
13-year-old
peers is
children.
not going to see it that way. It looks like your intent, your motivation, everything. It's right there on the line. You're a pedophile. You're a predator.
That's not. It was not my intentions. It was not my intentions. You can't make me say that that was my intentions because that's not what my intentions were.
Tell me
I'm
what
sorry.
your intentions were.
I told you. I mean, I told you.
But you've told me everything except what you did in that chat. Except what
Well,
you
we talked
actually
about
said in the
sex
chat.
and
that
stuff like
you-
that, but I still don't. I would not have sex with somebody without meeting them, getting to know them, and going from
And
there.
that's what you intended to
And-
do, was meet them, get to know them, and go
But
from
if it was
there,
a child-
which means have
If
sex.
it was a child, no.
You knew it was a child.
I did
Tim.
not know it was a child. I'm sorry.
Tim, you did.
I did not. Come on.
You knew it was a child.
Look,
That's
I'm not going to take anything from you. Come on, man.
I know what the chats say. You know what the chats say. We'll just let a judge and a jury see them.
I guess that's, you know.
The profile
Yeah.
doesn't say what you said it said.
No, but it's
It
73.
says age 73.
Right. That's what.
Age.
You know, I thought that was like birth date. I made a mistake.
You thought it was birthday, so whenever you were in there, you asked how old he was.
Yeah.
And he said 13, and you said age didn't matter because it was the guy you're interested in.
See, I made a mistake. You know, because I
You
still
didn't
would
make
not.
a mistake, you
I
knew.
still would not have went with somebody because they're underage. I'm looking. You know, 18 would have been fine.
He didn't have
But
a
I
car.
made a mistake.
He didn't have a car. He didn't have a driver's license. He couldn't meet you somewhere because he was
Well,
13
I didn't
years
put
old.
2 and 2 together
you
that he
knew
was
that.
13 years old. I did not know that. I did not. I mean, I did not know that.
Well, we have some paperwork to fill out, so when you go to the jail, they'll have your information.
Why do I have to go to jail?
Because you have committed a crime. You're not going home today. I don't know if you understand that or not.
yeah.
When they read you your rights, it's because you were under arrest. When they threw you down on the floor at the house, it's because you were under arrest because you had committed a crime. This is serious.
Yeah,
this is
I know,
not a
I know.
joke,
That's
and
why
you're
you
not
keep-
walking out the front
You
door
keep saying
without a pair of cuffs on.
you keep saying that though, that you know what, I can't go like this. It's not right, because I didn't know the kid was 13 years old, or I would have never done it.
Spell your last name.
Kyne.
First name.
Timothy.
Middle.
L.
Home number. Emergency number.
That's it.
Okay. Do you have any other name you go by? Do you go by your middle name or a nickname?
No.
Address? Your ID is Indiana, right?
Yes.
Need help with anything, or?
We're getting him wrote up. He's going to be going down to the jail here in a few minutes. Explain to him that he's looking at some serious charges, and if you want to talk about the things that have met those elements of the crime, that would be
Yeah.
helpful for him, I'm sure.
Yeah.
What's the bail?
It's going to be very high.
I mean, that's set by a judge, so, but
You're not going to be going home anytime soon. They don't want you out meeting somebody else. And
I did not do anything.
didn't. What happened, Tim?
Huh?
What happened?
I did not do anything. I thought that, I did not know that. And then the age says he's 73. But it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
I mean, was that your handwriting, your wording, the typing?
I didn't see any of it.
Did-
Some of it, sure.
Agent Reed,
But,
yeah,
could you mind if I see that?
I mean, some of it, sure. I mean, you want me to admit to something that's not true.
I'm not
You're-
asking you. Is if you look at this, is that your ID up here?
Yes.
Tim? That's yours.
Yes.
Okay. Is that your conversation? You know, you told me you were an electrician,
Mm-hmm.
commercial electrician. Is that what you wrote?
Yes.
Okay. So all that looks accurate?
Pretty much.
Okay. So all those things are accurate, correct? That you're looking at is, you can see, you can kind of go down the whole page. And that's, you tell me you're a commercial electrician and you're, kind of meeting. So that's all correct, right?
I don't know.
I mean, do you want to look at? I had some others here. I mean, just, if you want to verify, I mean,
Let a lawyer verify it. Was not my intentions to go and have sex with a 13-year-old kid, or rape one, or kill one, or whatever you guys are insinuating that was here to do.
but you did drive from Indianapolis to Highland Heights.
Yes.
Okay. And
But I was on my way to Dayton, and so
okay.
it's no big deal.
Okay. And you drove from Indianapolis to Highland Heights, and you made your way to was it 140 Vogel? Is that correct?
Yeah, you guys know that's correct.
Okay, I'm just doing basic stuff with you. And you said you brought some movies. Brought some movies with you.
Yes. Just like I said, I was going to get to know somebody,
Okay.
But I sure in the hell wasn't here to rape a 14-year-old child or
Not
12 years old.
Not saying you are. Not saying that.
That's what you're insinuating. That's what you've been trying to get me to tell you.
I'm not-
That's not the truth.
So you brought some movies to watch with John, right?
Well, I don't even know who it was now.
Okay. Well, that was you were gonna watch some movies at 140 Vogel.
Well, either that or we were going to go to the movies.
Okay.
Or go bowling, or or something. But it was never my intentions to do that, man. It's never my intentions to,
What type of vehicle do you have?
06 Chevy pickup. Where's my vehicle at?
I don't know. To be honest with you, I don't know where it's at right now.
What color was it?
Gray. Silver gray.
Okay. Alright. I think that's all that I have that you can help me with. So, I think we're done here. We'll get you processed and we'll have an officer transport you down to the jail as soon as we get the paperwork done.
Can I make a phone call?
They'll take care of that at the jail.
really do.
Well, let me, tell you about some of the stuff that I took out of your car.
Okay.
Alright, I took some receipts.